Hello, let's make a pie while I'm eating leftovers. So I have the Keebler graham crust, and what I always do is I put some butter into a bowl, melt it, then put it all over the crust, and then put it into the oven for a bit. That way it gets that nice golden brown and doesn't fall apart on me. So once the butter is spread evenly on there, you pop it into the oven for about 5-ish minutes at 375. So while that's in the oven, you want to get a small pot and boil the water for your Jell-O. While the water is boiling, I'm going to tell you guys the other ingredients. Going to need 2 Jet Puff marshmallow cream, and 2 Yoplait yogurts, the same flavor as your Jell-O, and it has to be light and sugar-free. My grandma used to make these all the time, so I'm excited to try to recreate it. So for this recipe, you have to use a glass bowl to mix the water and the Jell-O and the yogurt in the Jell-O, but then once you get to the Jet Puff, you have to use a wooden spoon or else it won't set up right. So once the water is boiling, you take 1/4 cup, pour it in with your Jell-O mix, and mix it together really quick. You want to make sure that all of the Jell-O gets dissolved. So once the Jell-O is completely dissolved, add in 1 yogurt, stir, then add in the other yogurt and stir. Your pie crust should look like this when you take it out of the oven. So once you're done mixing in your yogurt and your Jell-O, it should have a consistency like this. Make sure there are no clumps. And then you want to switch to a wooden spoon for your marshmallow fluff. So you need 8 ounces of Jet Puff, and one of these is 7 ounces. So I use this and a little bit of another one. And with this, it's really important to fold it in, not stir. With this type of pie, you can use Cool Whip or Jet Puff. For Cool Whip, it is a lighter, less dense pie. For Jet Puff, it is more dense. Since I have some Cool Whip, I'm actually going to just use 1 jar of these and a little bit of Cool Whip. That way I get a good mixture of both. And then you just keep folding it in until there is no white left. If you have clumps, what I do is I just smush it against the side. You want to make sure that your pie crust is completely cool before you put your mixture in. A moment of silence for the fallen pie crust. And off to the store to get a new pie crust. A new graham crust has been acquired. Then you put it in the fridge after it's in your pie crust and wait for it to set up. Usually takes about an hour for it to fully set. Love you guys.